I'm back with y'all reading. I'm back with y'all weekly reading. I was 17 minutes in and I had to cut it off. Alright. Let me do 2 more shuffles. And then we're going to get into this reading, honey. We're going to do 2 more. That's 1 more. We're going to do that. Lord. Y'all just do not know. We got Hangman in reverse. I kind of felt that energy though, because the first reading where I had initially stopped, it was kind of like somebody was trying to necessarily move forward or progress. Somebody could be holding on to some grudges or wrongdoings of a person. It seemed like it was some returning of energy. For some of y'all, it seemed like somebody was trying to go forward into something and only have to recognize to try to remake something work. Only to say that, goddamn, this is not working. Only to necessarily have to keep moving forward. Because initially, it seemed like, I don't know, if somebody's back was against the wall or just finally recognized because it was a tower moment that came out to where it was this energy of this not gonna work, and then they still just necessarily move forward. Like I kept trying to persevere through the reading or whatever, so it kind of felt like that. So we gonna see if this resonates or not. Still with the damn 7 of Swords. Y'all seen me shuffle these bitches. I guess it was a message. Come on now. We got Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. We also had a 2 of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands, beating a dead horse. I did feel like that, though. Or just could be exhausted, though. For some of y'all, could be juggling with the idea of... Wait a minute, let me get them all out, though. Whew, Lord. There go the Justice card. All right. Oh, you want to know what song was going off in my head? When love calls, you better answer. You better answer. I don't know why that's in my head, but for some of y'all, though, I kind of feel like it's an opportunity or a person or a certain situation where I feel like that shit has ran its fucking course. And in this moment of, you met with the idea of, what we gonna do? You know how, like, when you get your heart broke and you so tired, you like, where we going? What we doing with this? Where you, like, very authoritative and you trying to figure out, like, what we doing? What we doing? Like, that's what it kind of feels like, though. On the bottom of the deck, again, the spread still looks the same. With the Page of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm telling y'all, the spread looks the same. I wish I had an editor, which I knew would. I wish I had like an editing app. I don't know, because I could have merged that shit in there, because it was like good truths. But oh well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right? You got Empress in reverse, and you also, bruh. All right. That's it. With the 8 of Wands, the Empress, and the 6 of Wands in here, or whatever the case may be, for some of y'all with this 6 of Wands in here, though, this could be grudges, or this could be like toxicity, holding on to something that's necessarily not changing. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's connecting, maybe it's your feminine aspects being stuck in its ways, when the emotional concept of, well, I think people are supposed to be this, or this is supposed to be this, or da-da-da-da, like the expectations of vanity of wanting those things back. Before, in the last reading where I was talking about, I said I researched the 5th house and the 7th house. Now, keep in mind, I broke this down in several seasons when this was coming up, how I was talking about the experiences with certain individuals. I'm going to put that in the playlist. I'm going to manage that tonight so some of y'all can go find it easily instead of having to scroll through each one. But the videos from 2020 are labeled, no, the videos from 2020 were labeled through each season where we talked about going into it, where I was kind of like the reading for, I ain't do one for Aquarius. I didn't. Where I was talking about for the reading what to expect in that energy, I didn't. So I was trying to leave that shit behind. I thought it was just for 2020, but I feel like I need to bring it back. With the 8 of Wands and the Empress and the 6 of Wands and this Death of Reverse, it kind of feels like somebody could be holding on to old ways or certain people, where I kind of feel like that experience. This could be a certain person where I was singing this song, When Love Calls, doom, doo, 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 doo. Where it could be a person, though. Certain things, I tell you, feminine concepts of certain things that need to let go. Like, that don't work. You know, the emotional manipulative, I can do this, this can go my way, da 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 da, or this is how I am, or, you know, I'm just a girl. Or, like, it kind of feels like that, you know, like the, I don't know, it's just, I don't know. Have y'all ever seen, like, feminine power and this, like, true distortion to where like it's I don't know, it's just high key abusive. It's high key abusive and manipulative to the finest. But because it's allegedly equated to the emotional concept, it gets a pass. Whatever that is, though. Whew. All right. We got 6 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Kind of feel like somebody could be offering you something, though, after all this type of times. Earth Signs reading had this it was November and now, where it was kind of like somebody was trying to offer somebody something, but it kind of gave me a little too late when it came to certain experiences, though, because it was kind of like somebody was holding on to something. And I just think it's this, though. This could be unforeseen, though, a person, though, especially here, though. This is the bully mentality. I don't know if it's the leaders. I don't know if it's a certain person where it needs to relinquish of somebody, though. This is the mob mentality of, no, you're going my way, you're doing this, the flatterers, the pretenders, like all this or whatever the case may be. So I don't know if this comes with a person, if some of y'all starting to recognize, or this could be a second chance at something where somebody's trying to offer you something, but I don't feel like it's genuine. So let me just say that, though. I don't feel like it's genuine. It feels a little smidge bit manipulative. When love calls, and then after this, that's when I do the reading for going into Aqua season, what is to expect, because shit, this is not gonna be long because it feel like I'm gonna be talking too damn much. All right. With the Ace of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups, though, this could be somebody that's stuck in a position of the Ace of Wands. I don't know if this newness, ideas, or a certain person, whether it's like a relationship. We do got Chariot or family. For some of y'all, this could be continuously beating a dead horse or dropping the idea of something, though. It seems like something is not going nowhere. Somebody got the mentality of, this is a hill that I will die on. Like, you could be in a place where you're trying to manage this, because you got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is looking at somebody else, like not focusing on the behavior of a certain person. So for some of y'all could be doing this, weighing the pros and cons of the idea of a certain person. And like wanting some type of tower moment, wanting some type of change. But you kind of like, do I want to continue to put up with this? Like your emotional meltdowns or neediness or the backbiting, the manipulative ways or the lack of boundaries, old truths, concepts. Like, do I continue to want to put up with this, or do I just, like, that's what it looks like here, though. Like, it's like seeing a kid act out. If you got a kid that comes to have, like, the temper tantrum, and you just turn away from it, and you think it's going to stop. But I think it's at this point of where it's kind of, like, intolerable. Yes, that's what it is. With the Knight of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords, though, it kind of feels like here, though, whether somebody's not focused on gossip or truth. No, it don't feel like it's truth. It kind of feel like it's gossip, though. Because keep in mind, Knight of Cups is somebody that's very focused on themselves. I told you this is manipulation that tends to backfire. And you got the 7 of Wands, though. So that's why I said somebody could be, this is a hill that I'm going to stand on. So it's kind of like bringing a meeting of the minds of two people where somebody could want to revel in gossip, revel in this. Well, this is even a family or a relationship. This could be somebody that's very focused on sex. This is the way they think. No, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. I want to do this. And they're not listening. If it's like creative endeavors, for some of y'all, it's like y'all have reached a plateau. Somebody could be wanting to mix the old with the new and not figuring out how things should go. With the 2 of Swords, though, we have here with the Hierophant and the Justice, I kind of feel like whoever this is, like this hierarchy that goes on, whether it's in a family or relationships, developing something, I kind of feel like whatever weighs more into somebody else's house, that's the era of where somebody comes off very authoritative. What is it? Is it leadership? It got something to do with leadership skills. But I kind of feel like it's hierarchy, whatever goes on. If it's in a group, a family, a mist, or whatever it is, it's a lot of bullshit that goes on. Because you got a 2 of Swords, though. So this could be somebody that plays both sides, though. I don't know if you're looking at somebody else, though, because I kind of feel like it's a distraction that's going on with a certain person to where you kind of like, let me focus on this and not this. Because I know what this is, because this is what they do. This is what they do. Let me see this. So it looks like somebody's mind is being drawn to something else, though. I don't know if this is family or certain situations, or this could be the whole family now, family, a group of people, or a certain situation to now where it's kind of like, okay, well, let me see what's going on here, to where you may have hit that stalemate in a certain situation, though. So let me see. Let me see, because I kind of feel like it's playing on both sides. Whoever this is, a person though, where it's like, no, I want to start again. I want this. I want this. It's the idea of it, because we got 5 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and the Empress though. Woo, we got Hermit. Ooh, we got the World, we got the 6 of Swords, we got the 10 of Pentacles, we got 3 of Cups, and then we got the 10 of Swords. Again. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. With the 5 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the Empress, though, somebody could be having insecurities in a relationship, whether it's with a mom or a certain person or family or wife or male, whoever's the most emotional, whether they don't know how to deal with their emotions. This could be somebody that talks out first and then they think last about the consequence of certain actions, especially with the Knight of Cups and the 7 of Swords. Somebody could get in a space of where they're very rambunctious and they fly shit out their mouth, or somebody could be very sneaky and manipulative, so you know how to deal with them. On this hand, though, whether it's moving forward, though, this could be coming from a certain individual, though. That's why I said when it comes from like a sage or a person of wisdom, though, with this Empress in reverse, I kind of feel like somebody's in the mind frame of playing 2 sides, because with the World reverse, somebody could be going through like some stagnancy and like with the spiritual views or values, especially with a certain thing, though. So this could be somebody that's trying to seek outside of something, though. That's what I said with this 3 of Cups and this 10 of Swords. For some of y'all, though, I don't like the method of where this is going. I don't. Like, I really don't. Because with the Hierophant and the Justice tell me everything that I need to know. Like, I kind of feel like I don't need to pull no cards. I'm finna switch decks. It tells me everything that I need to know if we're dealing with a family or dynamic or marriage, commitment, anything with hierarchy and rulership. It's kind of unfair. Somebody's more fascist in their beliefs, bias, inability to be able to move toward any idea of anything. They're focused on what they could get. Whether if you was in a relationship, whether you talking about, oh, well, my sex drive is going down, my partner is this, da 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 da. It feels like somebody's more focused on what they can get at the time from their emotional concepts. It don't feel like it's a fair game. Like, it really don't. Like, somebody juggles with the idea of like, okay, well, this is what I should do, and it's only when they want something with the 6 of Pentacles though. So it kind of feels like if it's a healing relationship, whoever it is, I told you this person, I kind of feel like it's more into, well, this is what I know. This is how I feel. So it feels more aligned with whatever issue that may be going on, but I kind of still feel like it's being here, though. So I don't like that, though, especially with this 3 of Cups and this 10 of Swords, though. This is like a group, a commitment or whatever. It's a lot of gossiping. Certain people need to be cut off. I've been telling a lot of people, stop allowing certain people into your home, certain experiences, though. 3 of Cups, whether this is like a certain person or parent, it could be unwarranted criticism in a form of to where it turns into a bad mouthing, where I said somebody flies out their mouth before they say certain things. And I said this in a Virgo reading where I was like, watch the words that you say, where it's kind of like certain experiences that come out your mouth and you say certain shit, and then once it flies out, I'm not talking about just Virgos, but that is the mother of the zodiac. So it's kind of like this could be a mother or a person, or I don't know if you got kids or not, could play the role a mother of many of people. Hell. And it comes off in the form of where it's kind of like a bad mouthing of experience, though. So somebody's relationship has reached this fucking plateau. Where we at? 13 minutes. Because it feels like I've been talking too damn much. And we just at 13 minutes. Whew. We got the Sun, the Star, and the Emperor. Yes. Some of y'all need to get boundaries between somebody else. I don't know if y'all gonna go through a certain relationship, whether it's like you being the Hierophant, whether somebody continuously calls upon you, asks you certain things or whatever, to where now when it comes to effective leadership, this is now at the point of where you actually have to go in and heal your masculine energy. I said it was something off from the beginning about this feminine and the concept, to where if you ever seen distorted feminine energy at play, to where how they execute, how they come off, how they date, how they deal with kids, how they deal with the emotional concepts of certain things, though. So I kind of feel like it's this. Lord, let me give me some sounds in this bitch, because I feel like I'm aggravated and annoyed. It ain't y'all, though, so pause. Let me give me a little sounds in here, though, because I tell you, I feel like I'm talking too much. When I feel like I'm talking too much, I don't want to say shit. I don't. Like, I really don't. So, whew. Let me put me on some Reiki. Girl, I be needing it, though. That little Reiki. That little Reiki. Alright, okay. Whew. Cause... And then, too, I forgot. When we also say that Leo house rules the inner child process. Y'all can go check that out. I always had them plugged in the blogs or whatever case. I'm finna switch sticks though. I kind of feel like it's that though. Six of Pentacles. Shit, they just flying away. Wait a minute. I don't like that. Wait a minute. Ow. I don't like that. Whew. And here we go. Damn, that junk dropped again. Damn. Ooh, my nose. Look at that towel. I think I flipped it the wrong way though. Oh well. Yeah, we finna switch decks. Alright, okay. Cause I see this finna be one of those. With the Sun, the Star, and the Emperor, like I said, this goes back to authoritative processes, though. For some of y'all could be doing, like, some womb work, ancestral work, especially with the Pentacles and the Chariot or whatever the case may be. This could be with femininity of how you approach or go into relationships with men. If this is a masculine, you could be healing your relationship with your mom, of how it affects you, to where it affects your parenting, the relationship, how you give, how you don't give, the expectations of relationships, though. Like doing shadow work, the intentions of how you come off, chaos, whether this is fights, whether this is arguments, this peaceful, whether it's trust issues, especially with the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. For some of y'all though, this deals with being able to actually know what's in control or what's in your wheelhouse. I kind of feel like this though with the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles though. I kind of feel like somebody has some very hidden intentions, because with the Moon though, this could be secrets about a person or a certain situation though. So for one of y'all, if you're doing like emotional work from a feminine concepts or whatever the case may be, because this could be like, say for instance, you dealing with a masculine and it's like you constantly peeling back layers and you wonder where's the emotional intimacy in a relationship, and he's not open because it's like this mind game he like to play. Y'all better than me, because I would have been tapped out by now. I'm like, oh, okay, you don't want to talk? Bye. Like, I'm not. Like, I can't. Like, that's some patience that I don't got time for at all. I don't. Like, that's something I don't. I don't plan to not work on this shit either. So, I do not. But with the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles and the Moon, though, for some of y'all, though, with the Six of Pentacles, though, this could be somebody that takes advantage of somebody. I would say that, though. Like, this hidden here. Like, gossip, rumors, smear campaigns. I saw you a little bit of truth in some of those lies. Especially with the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's very stubborn, though. Like, they are. Like, somebody's very stubborn, hard to get to, hard to get from, though. I tell you for, it's like the subconscious, because there's a lot of y'all where you hear me say tapping into your energy, you're a little bit too airy. So it could be somebody trying to probe around in your subconscious, look for certain things or whatever, speaking things in the forefront or whatever, whether it's like dealing with magic or certain aspects or whatever the case may be. Some of y'all need to check some of your placements. Stop giving people your birth chart timing in certain situations, because people do, or whatever the case may be. For some of y'all, this could be somebody that's trying to take control of something, to keep it from spiraling out of control, where it's like, no, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, trying to smooth things over to keep certain things from coming to the light. Because I tell you, the Sun's in reverse though, so something is perfectly hidden for a reason. So I don't know if that's your emotional concepts or how you be able to deal with certain things. I'm finna switch decks. Yeah, I'm finna switch decks. With the King of Wands and the Page of Wands, this could be with you and a child or higher self, younger self though. Because the King of Wands and the Page of Wands, where you hear me say this is an ongoing problem though. Well, this is like a masculine or a person connected to a relationship. It's kind of like with you and your higher self, it's an issue. Like the adult you and the younger you. So for some of y'all could be doing womb work. I mean, womb work, ancestral work, inner child, all those different types of things. With the Seven of Cups and the Three of Wands and the Hangman though, like I said, it's how you deal with those hang-ups, the emotional hang-ups. Because I tell you the first reading, if I would have never deleted it, it was like somebody was going through an obstacle to where they hit the tower moment. And I said somebody keeps trying to maneuver or remaster something to where it won't break, but it looks like it's bound to break because the tower is in reverse and the world is in reverse. So outside of this, somebody could be seeking out different methods from certain people or certain situations to fix something that's already broken. Somebody wants it to stay in fluctuation. So with the Hangman, it kind of feels like that though. But for one of y'all, it just feels like here it's a problem between higher self, younger self, to get to a standpoint of where you're able to actually take control of your life. I do kind of feel like that though. But it's like how you keep repetitively getting caught up on certain things. Because with the hangman, that's like apathism. Somebody who's like, it's like apathism, a person who's just stuck in the same way, repetitively keep getting caught up. So they kind of numb. They numb to the experience. But intuitively, it causes a lot of problems because they wouldn't be out here trying to seek different types of methods to fix them. So that's why I say it's weird as hell. If you got patience, by all means. For that, I salute the shit out of you because that's something I do not have. On the bottom, we do got 8 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Magician, though. The King of Cups. I kind of feel like where you hear me say, well, this is like roadblocks or blockages, whether you walking away from something or moving away. 3 of Pentacles and a High Priestess. I do get this, though. And a 4 of Cups, though. 4 of Cups and the High Priestess, though. This could be regret of a person, though. Somebody could sit in their own ways. Like I told you, somebody's very manipulative, shadowy in the concept of if it's like magic or the ability to do certain things or interpret something. This is the abuse of power, certain gifts and intellect. So it looks like somebody's getting hit with that. With the 3 of Pentacles, it just looks like an energy transference, though, especially with the 3 of Swords and the King of Cups and the Magician, though. It looks like somebody saying, no, but they're about to leave me. No, let me go say this. And then the Magician comes in into play. The Knight comes in and say, cut that shit out. But somebody still walks away. So whether this is like with magic or a certain situation, though, it's like somebody goes to the High Priestess in the form of, I need you to fix it. I got a boo-boo. This person is about to, you know how like you run to mommy? Where I said it kind of feels like some distorted feminine energy in the concept of, whether it's like a masculine or not. And then it's like, no, but they're about to leave me. No, 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 no. And then boom, they try to come in and solidify, whether it's tugging on your heartstrings, whether it's pulling on old wounds, triggers, heartbreak, and then boom. The Knight comes in like, no, cut that shit out. Please stop. It's still happening. So whether that communication comes from a download, certain people, or certain situations, though. So I kind of feel like it's that, though. One of y'all could be getting a download when it comes to magical practices to say, you know what, chill out. That's not working. Like, it's not. I don't know what the hell you hit. If it's like a plateau. To stop. Where we at? Ooh, so I can wrap this up. So, because I tell you, it's something with that aqua energy for the month. It is. I can't put my hand on it. I tell you, this one air season that I do not resonate with at all. I do not. I just can't get the gist of it. Y'all just know I flow free through each sign. I really do. I don't know. Page of Wands, though. I like this. Ooh. Let me put that down. Here we go with the Tower. Didn't I say that joke was going to happen? Knight of Cups. I said it was bound to happen, though. It looks like whether you moving into this week, I want to say things that the just will be unjust. That's the reading on Libra. Go check that out. It say the just will be unjust. That's exactly what the reading was. It said the just will be unjust. Boom. I said that. It will. And the reason why I said that, though, Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I'm not looking at the bottom. Ace of Cups. I told you it had something to do about relationship, commitment, empathy, understanding, caught up on mountains out of molehills, that type of energy, though. But in the Libra reading where I specifically talk about before we wrap this up, I said that it was like the just would be unjust in that type of season. So it wasn't saying that like justice was coming in. It was kind of like whatever's unfair would stay unfair because of a certain situation or a person. And it was like it stayed there. So whatever karmic or karma you trying to make this person get, you was just suffering. It was like somebody was trying to make the experience for another person harsh, but only to recognize that they were making it harsher for themselves. Because we got an Ace of Swords, though. Whew, that's like communication, I tell you, that's challenging and changing the metaphysical. Some of y'all could be doing cord cuttings or releasing, though. I tell you, the power of the sword. I talked about this in the Scorpionic reading. Keep in mind, you do not have to be that sign for that shit to relate to you. I want to say that. Because the Ace of Swords, with this, I was talking about wielding that sword in Scorpio season, like a Scorpio reading. I was telling them about how certain experiences where they were sitting back and being watchful, and they was going to have to wield that sword. Whether it was like stepping into power, cutting through the bullshit, owning in truth, new truths of certain communications about why certain things happen the way they happen. With the Tower, the Knight of Cups, the Sun, and the Nine of Pentacles, though, with that Tower, I'm telling you, something was bound to necessarily be destroyed, though, because it was already chaos that was brewing in the way of, maybe it was the way it was built, maybe it was, I don't know, with this Tower, though, it looks like I'm in cons against somebody outside, baby, destroying somebody's marriage or a commitment, though. I don't know what the hell that's about, though. But with the Tower and the Knight of Cups and the Sun, though, I see somebody walks away unscathed, though. Whether it's somebody that set this up, whether it was certain situations, whether it had to do with sex or certain situation, it just kind of feel like somebody walks away independently, though. I told y'all the years to come is about true independence. And it wasn't about money, materials, wealth. It was no standing on your own, like checking your own harvest. Not in the gifts, not to be spiritual, not to do those type of things. It was like standing in your truth and your power. We was talking about the inner child, like the process of where with you a parent, you could be developing more boundaries between you and your child to where it's certain things that they say or certain things that they do, whether they come in on your love life or say certain things at the wrong time. For some of y'all, it could have hit that plateau at the point of where you kind of like, you know what, now it's time for me to go worry about what it is that I need to do. I've been too focused on kids. I've been doing this. What the fuck about me? With the World, the Hierophant, the Fool, and the Judgment, though, it looks like here is coming into awareness of something needs to be completed, or that certain things, whether this is like malicious gossip, somebody talking about certain people, whether you do or hang with certain people, is in a point of where it's kind of like you could be, I told you, it's like this disassociation between you and your higher self. Your higher self is kicking in to show you, okay, this is why I went through those experiences. This is why this is what causes these type of problems, whether it's outside entities or you. It's being able to self-reflect. That does not mean that the karmic lesson is done. I kind of feel like when it comes to the awareness of downloads, certain information, where you hear me say the crown chakra, the way you think, old paradigms is being shook to the core. It is. So that's why I said, it's this here. It's like you finishing the cycle of it's not like a finishing of completing. It's a completing of the way you think or do or move. This is why the Ace of Swords is coming in. Maybe it's the way you speak. Maybe it's the way you perceive certain things. It's that. Then you get to the point of where you're able to recognize certain people who misjudge certain people, or who are gossipy, who has the necromancy spirit, or in certain places or certain situations. So that's why I said it's evolving there. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords and the Magician and the Strength, this is starting over again. Whether you're trying to create that new harvest or whatever the case may be. Were you creating some new cycles and moving forward, though? So this could be somebody that's trying to challenge the metaphysicals and be able to move forward and be able to seek certain things. Whether this is dealing with health issues, because I was getting there with my arm. I said whoever it is that got heart problems, heart chakra problems, that landed them in a hospital, whatever the case may be. Whether this is about things that you didn't say, should say, constantly repeating the past, because I kind of feel like that's the issue, where you may be bothering somebody with sleep, or the inability to be able to execute or do. But you got the strength here, though. So I kind of feel like it's that, though. One of y'all could be going through those type of experiences, though. I do, though. So long story short, though, we finna pull from the animal. Where we at on time? All right, we at 28. And we can wrap this thing up. Sorry, y'all, but it did feel like I was talking too much. And those of you know, I will come around and come through, though. But I told you, I don't like to repeat myself for those that are here. Because I told you, I be working too hard on the messages to be out here to repeat. Like, that ain't no message where you just hear one time. It's like, play that motherfucker back 11 times if you want to. I don't want to confirm for you what you already know. So, not saying that, wait a minute. It's not that I don't want to confirm for you what you already know. But it's kind of like trusting your own ability enough. Like, you always can return to this shit. It ain't no more of well, you said it this time, this got me through it. If you need it again and again and again, go to it. Whether it's a blog, whether it's a video, whether it's something I wrote, go to it. It's not just but that worked for me one time, or let me go back. Whatever works for you, it is. Take a little bit of that, take something else, whatever you want to do it. Do it. Just do whatever it is, though. But if you don't, tell me what is it you need. I don't know. You got the wolf. Come on now. I like that. Wait a minute. Here we go. Wait a minute. I'm going to try to see. We got the stingray. I like that. Whew, but we still got that scorpion. We got the lion and the hyena. Didn't I say it had something to do with circles of people who you hang around or who you talk to? Leadership skills effectively, though. For some of y'all could be, what I was saying last night, it's like one of y'all keep trying to be a leader towards people who are kids, so you don't know how to tap into that energy. For some of y'all, it's like you trying to change your life around or move in a direction with certain people that you need to let the fucking go of. That's what it kind of feels like, though. It's this disdain. Because you got raccoon, you got rabbit. Oh, I knew that's why I was talking so fast. Alright. The whale. Alright. This giving me what I need to know. Alright. Yeah, alright, 31. We're going to keep that cross. Because I don't know. With the stingray and the scorpion, this tells me that somebody's developing some type of confidence. Where you always hear me say that your jet, you can fill up your jet with hate and all those different types of things. It's only so long that will initially work anymore to get you to that position. For some of y'all, though, it's kind of like, I don't know if this new awakening or a certain experience that you may be going through or your shadow gives you some type of boost. That was in my bad, Council. I'm tired of dragging y'all. But in the Cancer reading, I talked about, it was like 2-3 months ago, where I said, y'all get y'all in the Cancer sign. It's like they get their backs up against the wall. The shadow kicks in, and that's when it's kind of like, all right, okay, I'm finna do this. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do this. But then after a while, it kind of dies out. Like the fire dies out. So you got this lion and this hyena. So I would say be very weary about that fire energy that comes in and revs up upon you, about that status of that you get, because hyenas, where you look at Lion King, where Scar was only Scar to the hyenas. He was that to nobody. Like, you got to look at that, though. So it's about how you're impactful or how you help people with certain change or the ability to be able to do certain things, right? Everybody knew Mufasa all across the Pride Land because his heart, his genuineness, all those different types of things, especially when you're doing with fruits. The fruits of your labor. And then when it transitioned, or whatever the case may be, when he died, you see how quickly the withers of the land, like everything withered away, certain thing was gone, the food was gone, it was too much hedonism. So that's why I said, for some of y'all, it's like you developing some type of confidence, and I'm perfectly cool with that. Just be mindful of certain things that you need to let go of that don't stunt you, so you won't try to go back and be in the mind frame of where you hear me say, I'm gonna shit on a couple folks, which I am, but they're not my motivation. So let me say that. We got raccoon, we got fear, and the whale. With the raccoon and the rabbit and the whale, for some of y'all, this could be where a whale talks about where somebody comes into your life to enlighten you, to push you down a path. Raccoon is all about that family, familiar, money aspects, where the creativity, where the raccoon is very abundant, where it thinks of everybody else but themselves, though. For some of y'all, this could be a fear about certain experiences, whether it's like an old story or a certain person or something. But it's here, though, because it talks too fast. It talks too fast and it's worried. Keep in mind, if you ever see a fear, what is it, Native American culture, if you see a rabbit, chase that motherfucker away. Don't chase it away, because there's some type of fear that's coming up in your life. With the cobra and the starfish, though, that's that vanity approach, that pride ship. Because be mindful, though, whether certain people to where it comes off intellect or certain information for people to where it don't seem like you're very dominating them. Because it can kind of go into the mind frame of to where you can meet a teacher or it's hard to teach you. So that there. So that's why I said don't put yourself in those concepts of where you start relying on this type of people that appease you to where quickly where it's this imbalance for you. With the snake and the bat, I like that though, because that is an awakening about shit that you need to let go of. So again, if this reading was all over the place, I'm sorry, because it feel like that's the energy of y'all, of where it's like, I'm moving forward. No, I'm gonna go backwards. No, I want to go here. I want to do here. It's like you all over the map, and somebody don't want to start in one place. Whether you just get bored and you say, well, I want to do inner child work. This boring. I don't see how. Well, when you get to those type of steps, whether you breaking down inner child work, it hits on family experiences, whether it's different age, then you do ancestral. If the ancestral don't work, then if it's at a point of to where you're very dark and you say, well, this is what I want to cut off all my hair, I want to do this, then you go to the shadow. Maneuver that shit for you so you can be able to, at this point of whatever it works though. But one of y'all got to get in the concept of what you trying to fix and get one thing at a time. It's the direction of this reading is all over the place, and I don't like that. So that's why I said, figure it out. You will get it together. You'll be able to, though, because some of y'all trying to speed, though. Because I told you, dragonflies and hummingbirds can literally flap their wings. I think hummingbirds is 35 and dragonbirds are 45 miles per hour. So one of y'all trying to speed through certain things. I don't know if you're trying to do like that morphing, that flash, like phasing through certain experiences. If you watch the Flash, you know what I'm talking about. Where he was trying to phase through certain experiences though. Where he was trying to get through it, he could never get it. So that's why I said be mindful of this though. Because Fox is all about adaptability though. So this is Shark and Otter. That's about playful time, but also knowing when certain habits or certain things or certain people are destructive. So one of y'all could be a fox knowing how to blend in certain areas. But for you, if you're evolving or growing or trying to step into certain things, it's kind of like you are now being called in this experience to be able to figure out, do I want to live in the shadows? Do I want to be able to phase in and out? Or do I want to be able to take a stance on what it is that I need to know? So other than that, though, we're finna come back and I'm finna drop the aqua reading. Hopefully this help y'all for the weekly reading or whatever the case may be. You'll figure it out. If you need to play it 50, 11 times, please do. To some hit. Just don't watch it one time and then come back. Because I will watch somebody's shit over and over and over again if I need to get that damn message. Alright? So, yes. Alright.